But the Bible tells us something. He says there was a long war between the house of David and the house of Saul. The house of David was the house now appointed by God. The house of Saul had become the house of the flesh, the house of sin and selfish ambitions. The Bible says there was a long war. But then it says, the house of Saul grew weaker and weaker. But the house of David grew stronger and stronger. The house of Saul represents the house of the flesh, head and shoulders government. Even though they were chosen by God, they're not listening to God. Saul was chosen by God, but he wasn't listening to God. The older he got, the less he listened to God. Towards the ending part of his life, he would even go to the witch of Endor. He became a politician. The Bible says that God instructed him to do something. He failed to do it and decided to act his own way, to do it his own way. And when God sent his prophet to ask him why did he do that, he said, oh, it was the demand of the people. He had become a people's man. He was more concerned about what the people thought than what God thought. But he was deceiving the people too. It's not changed. It's not changed. Sometimes people are chosen by God in the process of time. They don't listen to God. They listen to their flesh. They listen to their human ambitions. They measure the polls. So they listen to the people whom they also deceived by misinformation. It hasn't changed. Same story today. That's why, as a child of God, it matters what you're listening to. It matters what you're listening to. If you're listening to information from the world, from the flesh, Satan only transmits deception. Use the wisdom of God. Be discerning. As a child of God, be discerning. Be discerning. The Bible says those who are after the flesh mind the things of the flesh, and those who are after the spirit mind the things of the spirit.